Greetings, folks. Hopefully we're gonna have a little bit of a shorter video today. I've been having some problems lately since I got back from my recent road trip. I took a trip from Florida up to Michigan and back down. It went great, but when I got back, my motorcycle had started backfiring a little bit. This KLR Gen-1 here started backfiring, and at first I thought it was because I had adjusted the fuel mix screw when I had gone up into the Appalachian Mountains, and I didn't adjust it when I got back down to sea level here in Florida. So I thought that might have been it, but over the last few days I've been messing with that nifty little thumb screw right there. I've been messing with it, and the backfiring is continuing, no matter if it's very lean or very rich. So I don't know. And I pretty recently, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, I did the KLX upgrade on this carb, and I threw a couple bigger jets in, a bigger pilot jet and a bigger main jet. But it was doing fine for a while, you know, no backfiring, the tune was okay. And so, yeah, I was doing some research online, and I saw that a couple causes of backfiring like that might be that you've got a clogged jet, or you might even have a problem in the exhaust system. So I think what I'm going to start with today is I'm going to turn my mixture screw out to 2 turns down. I've got a 42 pilot jet and a 142 main jet, I want to say. I could be wrong about that, but I was looking at the instructions that I was given by Eagle Mike, who I bought the kit from, and he said to turn the fuel mixture screw out 2 turns. So I'm going to do that first. I'll start it, I'll give it a few revs to see if I'm still getting some backfires, and then I will just try to get to the jets while it's on the bike, so I don't have to take everything off. And to do that, I'll just be loosening both of these clamps. I think I'll be taking this throttle cable holder off right here, and then I think I'll be taking off a couple things on the other side of the bike too, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Let's start with this 2 turns out. We'll run it, we'll see if it backfires at all. Okay, so I was just running it. I turned the fuel screw out 2 turns, and no real backfires. So that's good. I might not have to take my carburetor apart. I'm gonna get on the bike, I'm gonna run it, and if there's no problems when I'm out on the road, then I won't upload this video. But if there is, then I'll come back and I'll see if there's a clog in one of the jets or some weird thing going on with the muffler or something like that. We'll see. But cool. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so never mind. Looks like we're gonna have a video anyway. I was just taking my bike out at a random spot now, and it was still backfiring a good bit, mostly on deceleration or gear changes. So I've got all my tools with me. I just took it out to like a random place because my exhaust is loud, honestly. Don't want to piss off my neighbors too much, but gonna be loosening those hose clamps on either side of the carburetor. Gonna take that throttle wire holder off, and then on the other side, I'm gonna be taking off this little plate here, and I think there is something behind it that I'll need to disconnect as well. And then you'll also want to disconnect your choke, and that is simply just pulling a little metal bracket that is like near the top of your carburetor, although I don't know, my engine's kind of hot right now, so I just might let it cool off for a little while. But yeah, gonna get all that stuff off, and then we will take the bottom of the carb off, and we'll see if there's any clogging happening. Okay, here we are. We have our carburetor turned over, able to access from the bottom. It's kind of nifty too, because this kind of shows that how you can do like a trail side carburetor maintenance or something. But I drained the gas out of the bowl with this right here. It's a 3mm hex bolt, I think. And then I've got these upgraded carburetor bolts from Eagle Mike. I think the stock ones are Phillips head, I want to say, and they're easy to strip, so that's why I bought these. So I'm going to take those off, and we will see what's going on with our jets. Okay, so we got our carb opened up. I don't think I'm gonna try to take this float off yet. I think I can actually access both my jets without doing anything else. So I'm gonna take this main jet off first. I'll have a look at how it looks. Maybe I'll take this, the bolt underneath it off too. And then my pilot jet is down in there. Thankfully, I've got this screwdriver that is skinny enough to reach down in there, and this is a 3/16 screwdriver. So yeah, I'm gonna take my jets out. I'll have a look at them, see if they're clogged up at all. And I've got a little air compressor with me too. Might try to use that to blow them out. Okay, so I did end up taking this piece of the main jet out as well. A few of these holes here did look a little plugged up. Additionally, my pilot jet, there we go. My pilot jet did look a little plugged up, maybe with water or something like that. Not totally sure. It wouldn't really make sense to me, not being a certified mechanic, why my bike would idle even if the pilot jet was clogged, but I don't know. There's my needle right there. I am going to, I think I'm just gonna throw everything back in. I got everything cleared out as far as I can tell. Just gonna throw it all back in, and we'll see if it works. And if not, then most likely I will rejoin you from my apartment tomorrow. I also noticed a little bit of dirt down in my bowl, so I don't know what that might have been from, but I'm just going to take a little rag and clean that out before I get this all back together. Alright, I got all my jets back in. Made sure to reconnect my choke right there, get this little plate back on, and got the throttle cable holder back on, and I think we're good to test this thing out. So I'm going to take it down this here road, I'll take it back, and we'll see if we get any backfires. Okay, so it has been a couple days and I'm still getting backfire issues. Yesterday I ended up cleaning my air filter, even though I'm getting a new one in the mail tomorrow. I just wanted to see if that might have been the issue, if it might have been restricting air too much. Needless to say, it was not the issue. So yeah, this is turning into a really strange issue. Cleaned out the carb as much as I could. Maybe I didn't get the jets enough, but they looked pretty clean from what I could see. So really, the only thing that I think might be restricting the air now is potential carbon buildup in my header or my muffler. that's the only real, other than valve timing, that's the only real thing I can think of. And I'm pretty sure this bike has been running rich for a while. Like, I think it's had a rich mixture probably since I rebuilt the carburetor like 4 or 5 months ago. So it's a good chance that there is a decent amount of carbon buildup. And when I did get to Michigan and looked at the end of my muffler, there was a lot of carbon sort of coming out the end of it. It was a very sooty exhaust. So that's potentially the issue. Today I'm going to take it off. I don't have a crush washer to replace the crush washer underneath this little piece here. So I'm probably just going to order a new one, and I'll just bolt this back on as is for now to test it, and then put the new crush washer back on later. But I don't know, I'm rambling right now. This problem is vexing me. It is vexing. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the header off. We'll see what the situation is inside. If I have to clean it out, I've got sort of an improvised tool that I think I can put together real quick to brush this whole thing out. And yeah, I guess we'll just go from there. Those are really the only two things left that I can think of. If it's not this header, it's my valves. And if it's that, then we'll just deal with that. But yeah, let's see. Okay, that's kind of interesting. When I ceramic coated this exhaust, I installed these new acorn nuts that I got off of EcoMike's website onto this little holder plate thing, and I just went to take them off and they were super loose. Like, I barely had to use any pressure at all to get them started on the turn. So yeah, I don't know, maybe this isn't tightened down enough, and so some air is escaping down here or something like that. I have no idea. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna check the carbon buildup anyway, because I remember it being pretty bad when I did ceramic coat this. So regardless, I'm probably gonna clean it out just to get the air flowing better. But that might be my problem. It might just be a little loose, and maybe those nuts vibrated loose while I was on that big trip or something like that. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, this is interesting. Very, very little carbon buildup, at least buildup that would like restrict the airflow. It's pretty much just coating the outside of it. But there is a decent amount of carbon, and as you can see here, some of it has come down. And as you can see here, here's my crush washer for that exhaust, and it honestly does not look very crushed. So maybe I can reuse this, but I think my problem very well may have could been that there just wasn't a good seal around the header there. So I think I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I'll get all this soot out of here, and then I may just try tightening it back down again. And that honestly might be my issue. That'd be awesome if it was, but yeah, let's see. All right, so I wiped everything down just a little bit. Got some of the soot off the places I could reach with the rag in there. Got some of it off over there. Might try to clean that surface off a tiny bit more. Maybe I'll go get some brake cleaner or something like that, but gonna reuse this crush gasket. We'll throw it on here flat side down, and then I'll probably secure, well, I don't know the order that'll do it, but I was just reading online that these nuts get torqued down to 14 foot-pounds, and that just does not seem like enough. I don't know. I'm probably gonna tighten these a decent amount, try to actually get a seal with that crush washer, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, those nuts are most definitely tight on there now, and that crush gasket is most definitely crushed. I decided to use the same one. People say to change them whenever you take them off the bike for any reason. I decided to use the same one because it did look mostly intact, and the one that I took off of here when I was doing this ceramic coat, that thing was crushed, and I'm pretty sure that was the stock crush gasket. So I just tightened down on these nuts a whole bunch, and I'm hoping that that is enough and that my bike will run normally now. So I'm gonna take this out, and if I'm not getting any backfires, then this will be the end of the video, and if not, we move on to the valves. All right, so I just stopped at the end of a little another test road, and that is it. No backfires. The bike is running good. I got the mixture leaned out a little bit, so now it's not rich anymore. I might, when I get back, I might record a little segment that I might put at the beginning of this video that will show you like how to mix your fuel and air properly. I don't know if I've mentioned it before this, but I've got a video linked in the description that is like the best explanation I've heard ever. It's like a 1.5-minute video, and the guy perfectly explains how to tune a carburetor. But no backfires. It was the muffler the whole time. Didn't matter what fuel mixture I had going in there. Didn't matter how clean the air filter was. It was just a loose header. And that was pretty much it. Whew. So, thank you for watching. If you watched, please like, please subscribe. Please leave a comment if you'd like to. I've got many more videos coming out soon, and I started streaming again. I started my I Crash, I Donate series, where I play GP bikes in VR, and if I crash, I gotta donate some money and I gotta take a little break. Treat it like a real simulation type of thing. I really enjoy doing it. Not a lot of people watch it, but who cares? So if you're interested, head over to my channel. I'll be streaming mostly every day, I think, but that's about that, folks. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.